Welcome to the light and love that is Unity of Lawrence. I'm laughing because there's a little spider in that bowl. And I think I just traumatized it. It's like, sorry. Anyway, okay. A little distracting. I'm Cindy Smarsh. I'm your worship assistant this morning. And the job that I'm doing right now, we need someone every Sunday to do. And we have people who regularly do it. But if you have any interest or feel called to doing this role, please see me and let me know that you're interested in that. Or Michelle Kirk, let somebody know so we can talk to you about that. Okay, so in Unity, we begin everything with prayer. So let's take a centering breath and open to the divine in all of us and listen to this prayer. With full hearts and open minds, we gather today to accept the endless possibilities of peace on earth and peace in our hearts. We acknowledge the existence of pain and injustice in the world, but we also acknowledge limitless love and our limitless being. We welcome our divine inheritance as co-creators. We know that we are already standing in the light of love, of healing, and of transformation, and so it is. Amen. Our prayer chaplains are trained to hold sacred space and pray with you. If there's anything in your heart to be held in prayer at all, please see Clint immediately following the service here in the chaplain's office. They'll also pray with you during the week if you would like. Just place a purple prayer request in the wooden box outside the office. The purple prayer request slips are in the chairs in front of you. All of your prayers will remain confidential if that is your choice. We also invite you to join in a prayer circle immediately after the service in front of the sanctuary for all who want to participate in a group prayer for ourselves and for the world. You can still meet one-on-one with a chaplain in the office as well, and you'll also be able to join our other chaplains to experience the healing presence and oneness of affirmative prayer. So before we sing our first song, which is our routine, you know, in the middle of this song, we break and we have some fellowship time with one another, right? And we've been talking about this a lot, that we are a very overwhelmingly loving community, and a lot of us are very huggy, touchy-feely people, right, and really love that. But then there's other people who are not as inclined that way. So we wanted to ask you all to just be reminded of that. And if you're not sure if someone is open to being hugged or a handshake or high five or fist bump, whatever you're doing, to please ask first. But enjoy this time of fellowship in the middle of the song. Certainly greet and find your best expression of that while respecting others. So thank you so much. So we have Kelley Hunt with us today, who's going to lead us in our songs as well. So let's get together and sing I Am.
I am as God created me. I am a light in the world. I am as God created me. I am, I am, I am. You are as God created you. You are
Thank you so much. Okay, so now let's share our unity intentions. So please affirm with me unity's founding principle together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good. And now the Unity of Lawrence vision statement together. United in divine love and joy, we celebrate a peaceful and abundant world for all. And finally, our Unity of Lawrence mission statement together. We are a thriving spiritual community, sharing love, building bridges, and inspiring transformation. Okay, well, we have with us today a familiar face to most of us, Kelley Hunt. She's a singer, she's a songwriter, a recording artist, and told me, just say, when I'm here, I'm home. So let's let her take it away.
If it feels like there is nowhere you belong, and there is something wrong with who you are, remember, if people can't see you, they don't have the eyes and heart. You belong everywhere you go, you just don't know it yet. It won't always be so dark, you won't always be so scared, you won't always be alone, you just don't know it yet. When it's feeling like the end of the world, remember all the times you've been here before. You have got more than you imagine. Dig down deep and trust yourself. You have everything you need, you just don't know it yet. You could never imagine how good things will be. You could never have known what your life will bring. Listen to the great impossible sing. Everything's gonna be all right when it looks like there's nowhere left to go. Put on your walking shoes and get outside. The path that was meant for you will light up if you walk it. It will always lead you home. You just don't know it yet. It won't always be so dark. You won't always be so scared. You were never alone. You just don't know it yet. You belong everywhere you go. You have everything you need. You were never alone. Happy International Day of Peace. It's timely. It happens the same time every year. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some peace. Ready for some peace, y'all. Despite all appearances. I've been having so many conversations lately about this very subject. It feels like to me, I was having a conversation about this morning. About maybe 5 or 10 years ago, I thought, I can get through this. We've seen some hard things. We've got this. I wasn't made for these times. You ever heard that saying? We were made for these times. I thought, by golly, that's right. I had no idea what today would feel like. Was I made for these times? With the things that appear around me daily, on a personal level, and on a national level, and on a global level. Was I made for these times? Is this a growth opportunity? Oh, no thanks, man. No, I don't feel like growing today. Well, I felt that way for a little while, but then I realized, this is the perfect time, despite all appearances. This involves so much deep soul level, no messing around growth like never before in my lifetime. I've been around a while. I had a conversation with my mother this week. We had a good week together, and she's going to be 96 in November. She's never seen anything like this before. And yet she said, you know what? I think I have. And she looked back on her life during the times when she said, this is unbelievable. I can't believe this is happening. And yet here she is. It's so wonderful to have the perspective of someone who has been on the planet longer than we have. We may or may not agree with them. We don't have the same life experience that they have. And in some ways, we've had more opportunities in different areas of our life than they've had. But they've seen some stuff. They have seen some things appear that seemed almost incredible. My mom has seen more change in this world with technology. It's like being on a big slingshot. She thought she saw this, here comes a telephone, here comes the TV, here comes this, here comes the jet, oh, here comes the boom, and she shot out into space. And now these last 10 or 20 years of her life, it's gone even faster. She's seen even more change. But what I appreciate about her and many of the people who have lived some life and seen some things is her ability to stay grounded in what is important throughout everything, despite all appearances. That's a skill. That takes experience. And that's also a choice. So I want to read the daily word to you today. The daily word today is world peace. I bless the world with thoughts of peace. When I think about our world, stepping aside from this for a moment, what am I focusing on? Am I blessing this world with thoughts of peace? Am I panicking? Am I angry? Am I afraid? I bless the world with thoughts of peace. The word shalom is synonymous with the word peace. But it means more than an absence of war and conflict. Shalom, appearing so frequently in the Bible, is also used to affirm wholeness and well-being. Wholeness and well-being. True, lasting well-being requires the kind of peace known by living in alignment with God. And I would substitute any word you want to substitute for the word God. I know that word can be triggering for some. Divine, creator, whatever that is for you. Anchored
in peace. People are less likely to be in conflict and more likely to appreciate that the beautiful planet Earth offers goodness and abundance for all. When I pray for a peaceful world, I pray shalom for myself and for each person of every land to have their needs met, to know lasting well-being for themselves and their families, to live in harmony, and to work toward our common good. To work for our common good. The scripture is listed, James 3:18, and a harvest of righteousness is sown in peace for those who make peace. Despite all appearances, I bless the world with peace. Not easy. Not easy being a human. Happy International Day of Peace. I've spent a good portion of my adult life on the road. It's by choice. I've enjoyed most of it. And many times at the end of a slew of performances or a tour, I'm really ready to get home. I'm very fortunate that my husband and I work together, so it's as if we take home with us no matter where we are because we have each other. But there's something about coming home to Kansas, to my heartland where I grew up, where I find that I can breathe just a little bit easier. And so sometimes I'm anxious to get there. It's like I've been out for 4 weeks or 3 days or what used to be longer stretches. And I'm like, get me home, get me to Kansas, get me a little box on the prairie where I live. And so, I'm ready to go, man. That last couple hours can seem like a lifetime. It's like, oh, how many miles? Oh, let's go. I'm ready to go home, throw my stuff in the house, and sleep in my own bed, eat my own food, and just breathe in the Kansas air that has some humidity to it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love to see the horizon. I love the mountains. I love the ocean. I love the desert. I'm so grateful to get to see those things in my lifetime. But by golly, get me back to the plains, y'all. I want to see where that horizon is. And so sometimes we rush a little bit at the end. Well, at one point we were galloping home, Sometimes it's in a tour bus. More often than not, it's in a 15-passenger van with a trailer with 7 people in it. And I'm just thinking, hot diggity dog, here we go. I'm almost there. And all of a sudden, we get stopped by a roadblock. And I'm thinking, no, not today. And I started to get a little cranky. And I started to feel even just a little bit more homesick. And I started to think, well, I'm 30 miles from home. I'm going home. Can we go around this thing? Can we go this way? Is there a detour? What's going on? It can't be that bad. And we had to sit there for almost an hour. I was like, child, don't, and I bless the world with peace. We're all 100% divine. We're all 100% human. My human part was bubbling up. So finally, the roadblock moved. The sheriff's cars that were blocking the things moved. And, cars, we could see people getting, kind of ready to go, especially me. And as we slowly went through, and I was thinking, oh man, I'm almost there, I saw why we were stopped. There had been a fatal accident that had involved a semi and a car. We couldn't see that back where we were waiting for an hour. We couldn't see that. There was the helicopter. There were the ambulances. There was the fire truck. And I thought, if we had been 5 minutes ahead of schedule where we were, we would have been involved in that too. Despite all appearances, we were saved from that. It was a great reminder to me to have a broader look at what the possibilities were for those people, those first responders, those families that were going to get the news that we knew about before they did. My insignificant yearning to be home, well, the gift of that, despite all appearances, the gift of that was I got to go home. I was alive. So despite what may be happening around us, we don't know the outcome, and we may never know the outcome. That was a very graphic version of this concept that I'm talking about today. What we focus on expands. What are you focusing your energy on today? I bless the world with peace. The journey is just as important as the destination. Our journey today, at this very moment, with the next breath we take, with the people in this room, the people watching online, the people in our community and our world, our journey is more important than the destination, despite all appearances. Every little bitty thing in your world today, why not just take notice of them? When we take a deep breath, there are people in our world who cannot. When we get to eat the food in the morning or the afternoon and the evening, there are people in the world who are starving. We hopefully are not. And if we know those who are, we have the choice in our journey to do whatever we can to help them. Despite all appearances, a homeless person on the street may be a PhD who has had a heart attack, and we don't know what else is going on. It doesn't matter what's going on. They're a human being. There was a young woman who had a near-death experience, and she had a high fever, and she got out of bed in the middle of the night because she felt ill. She passed out, hit her head on the bedstead, and passed out. And she was gone, and she started turning blue, and her family came running into her bedroom to save her. And her dad used to be a corpsman in the Navy, and he was, she was swallowing her tongue, and all these things were happening. The appearance was that she was suffering. Her experience, however, was completely different. The moment that she began to lose consciousness, her world changed. She felt ease. She felt a presence. She felt drawn to that presence. She began to feel euphoric. There was no body. There was no pain. There was peace like she had never imagined in her entire life. And she had a conversation, not verbal, but mental conversation that said, wow, what's this? This is great. I feel great. And that presence that she experienced as a light and a voice said to her internally, it's not your time, but you have a choice. And she felt gentle hands on her face, even though she didn't feel like she had a body, turning her to look and see herself, and bang, she was in that body again. Oh, she felt pain. And she took the first breath as if she was just being born, and it hurt. And there was her family, and there they were, and they were stricken and afraid, and she began to realize, oh my gosh, I was dying, and I didn't know it at the time. And what appeared to be great suffering was this wonderful experience. And that young woman was me. I experienced that. And when I woke up, I was 15 years old. And I woke up scared, and I woke up in pain, and I woke up grateful, and I remembered what happened, and I told my family about it, and they believed me. And I was in junior high at that time, and I told my friends, and I lost a lot of friends because of that experience. They said, oh, you did not. I don't believe in that stuff. But since that day, despite what appeared to be just a horrible experience, was wonderful for me. And you know how that has served me through my life, which I never would have guessed when I was 15, was it has allowed me to be present with those who are in the dying process. It has allowed me to sing people home without panicking and without looking at what appears to be terrible suffering. Now, there may be suffering up until a certain point. I agree. But at some point, it's harder on the people left than it is on that soul. I know I'm just saying that's just from my experience. I'm hoping that's the case for others. And it has allowed me to let go of the fear, truly let go of the fear of that moment and the idea that there is something. I can't tell people to believe what I believe. All I can tell them about is my experience. My experience is, despite all appearance to the contrary, it was a great thing for me. I had a great time. And I was loved beyond belief. I felt peace beyond belief. And I had a choice to come back. And when I came back, it scared the you-know-what out of me. But once I was there and I told people about it, I said, hey, you guys. I was young and naive, and I just expect, hey, everybody's going to want to know about this deal. No, that's not true. They didn't want to know. But I'm telling you today, so if you don't want to know, I'm sorry about that. So here it is. So what appears to be a tragedy may or may not be. So for Unity churches, the phrase, despite all appearances, is a central concept of the metaphysical teachings and means that reality is spiritual, not physical. To a Unity follower, the spiritual truth of a situation, divine, good, and omnipresence, is real, even if human perception suggests otherwise. I'm not saying this stuff's easy, y'all. First time I heard these concepts here many years ago, I went, nah, I don't think so. Not in my world. Well, the spiritual truth versus physical appearances. The key ideas include this: affirm the good, despite how tragic or difficult a situation may seem. A follower is taught to, quote, pronounce it good. This affirmation opens the way for the inherent good within the situation to emerge. It didn't feel good to see an accident where people had lost their lives. But I was so grateful to have my life saved. The power of the mind, according to Unity, thoughts are powerful tools that can create health, prosperity, and success. A belief in lack or discord is a, quote, wrong concept that can be changed through prayer and affirmations. I really got kind of twisted the first time I heard the idea of, denials and affirmation. I'm still working on that for myself, but I'm understanding just how powerful it is and how I've actually been living some of that in my life. Another key idea includes the divine within. The Unity principle that, quote, the Spirit of God dwells within every individual, that challenges us to look past external judgments and cultivate compassion. Each person's inherent goodness is more real than their outward actions. I struggle with that still. I'm learning that still. So here's some examples we can put into practice. Responding to conflict, how do we do that? Instead of reacting with anger and condemnation when people hold opposing views, Unity teaches us to look past appearances. The goal is to see the greater godness or goodness behind the tension and find a way forward through spiritual healing within oneself. What's mine to do in this thing? What's my outlook here? What is mine to do? Not how can I change them? How can I convince them? How many facts can I spiel out before they believe the way that I do? What is mine to do about myself? Another concept, embracing abundance. If a person feels they're lacking something, unity teaches that they are not lacking in anything and they have everything they need right where they are despite all appearances of lack. By blessing, get this, by blessing what they have, they can cultivate the consciousness to receive more abundant supply. What do you have today? What have you got? Have you got your health? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Have you got a place to live? Have you got someone that loves you or that you love and care for? Have you got sustenance? Have you got your life today? You woke up. Everybody here woke up this morning. Everybody here is alive. Hot dog. We don't know how long that's going to be. So while we're here, let's embrace that aliveness. What would you do today if you let yourself do it? What would you do if you just let go of old concepts and let go of being judged, let go of being liked, let go of being disliked? What would you do if you just let yourself do it? What would you say to somebody that you kind of wanted to tell them for a long time, but you never did? Well, hey, now's the time. Today's the day. What are you waiting for? Another concept is personal growth, which ties into what I was just saying. The internal struggle of challenging old negative thought patterns is seen as, crucifixion in the mind. Ay, that's heavy. Leading to a resurrection, of new thought. This spiritual resurrection is affirmed regardless of physical or external limitations. It's in here. It's in here. So in short, despite all appearances, is a call to align our consciousness with the unchanging truth of God's omnipresent good rather than being swayed by the temporary and deceptive nature of the physical world. There's a saying I just heard this morning. After the plague comes the Renaissance. A better day is coming. And matter of fact, a better day is not only coming, it's already on its way. A better day is already on its way. I bless the world with peace. I'm going to keep on doing that. I bless the world with peace. Here's a story that's based on an ancient Chinese parable that some of you may heard. It's also been popularized by philosopher Alan Watts. In the valley of Whispering Pines, a man sought the counsel of a monk, renowned for his deep wisdom. The man was weary, his face etched with the lines of worry, and his burdens were heavy. He bowed before the monk, who sat peacefully on a rock. "Master," the man began. His voice was quaking with despair. "My life has been a series of hardships. First, a terrible storm destroyed my harvest. My family went hungry for a season." "Maybe," the monk replied, his eyes remaining closed. The man, taken back, continued his litany of woe. "Well, after that, my son fell gravely ill. It was a month of terror and sleepless nights, and I thought we would lose him." "Maybe," the monk said again, a faint smile on his lips. Frustrated, the man went on. "But by some miracle he recovered, and yet this is not a blessing, for in my desperation I took on great debt to pay for his medicine, and now a year later my creditors threaten to take my home. My family will soon be homeless." "Maybe," the monk replied, and this time he nodded slowly. The man's voice rose with anger. How can you be so indifferent? Do you not hear my suffering? My life is a tragedy. My bad fortune follows me like a shadow. The monk finally opened his eyes and looked at the man with profound compassion. Your harvest was destroyed, maybe. But had it not been, maybe the price of grain would have collapsed and you would have lost your farm anyway. He continued, your son fell ill, but it forced you to search for new remedies, to learn new skills, and to find the strength you did not know you had. Maybe his sickness saved him from a greater danger. The monk gestured toward the distant mountains. You incurred great debt, and maybe your home will be taken, but maybe this loss will free you from your burdens and lead you to a new path. Maybe your current life is a cage you are meant to escape. The man stared at the monk, silent. He'd always seen his life as a ledger of gains and losses, and now he saw each event not as a final tally, but as a passing moment in a long and complex story. What is truly good? What is truly bad? The monk asked gently. Your happiness is rooted in your misery, and your misery lurks beneath your happiness. Only time tells the full story. Do not waste your energy labeling each minor inconvenience as a misfortune. As the man walked away, he found his mind was no longer racing. The weight on his shoulders felt a little lighter, and he realized that the monk hadn't offered him a solution, but a new way of seeing. The future was not set, and the past was not fixed. All he had was now. And in the space between what happened and what would happen, there was only one word that made sense. Maybe. So despite all appearances of what is going on in your life and in our world, I believe it's temporary. I believe that we were made for these times, whether we want to be or not. I believe there is absolutely more light in this world than dark. How do we get through the dark? How do we see through the dark? Not by focusing on how dark it is. It's so dark I can't see. It's by lighting up the flashlights of our soul and say, I will be a light. When I can't be a light, I'll step over to this person who can help reignite mine. We must, in my opinion, we must be the light now more than ever, and focus on the good and focus on those who are determined to be lights and to be lights ourselves. In the song that I just sang, it says, it won't always be so dark. You were never alone. Whether we know it now or not, there will come a day, instead of you just don't know it yet. You will know it so deeply, and it will be such a relief, and it will be gentle, and it will be real, and the path that you are supposed to walk lights up if you walk it. So as we get ready for meditation, I want you to relax in your seats and wherever you are online, take a deep breath, stretch and move what you need to stretch and move, and let the music lead us in.
standing in the rain for such a long time. Walking the lonesome road, wondering if you can ever make carrying such an unbearable load. When the dark clouds drifted down into your heart, and all you could do was pray. How could you know the skies would clear and love will find a way? A round rainbow is called a glory. What you survive in life is called a story. You only see the arc of it after the storm. To see the whole miracle, you got to hold on. Work-a-day miracle is where you belong. Work-a-day miracle is where you belong. So we take a deep breath in and we release. We let go of the outside world for just a little bit. We allow ourselves to let go. And understand there was only one power and one presence in this world. And we are part of that. It is deep within each and every one of us. The skies will clear. Love has always found a way. We are one in the Spirit, all
bless this world with peace. I say thank you for the myriad of blessings that are surrounding me today and every day. Glory, glory, glory. Gradually I come back to this room and this time and this place, and I breathe. I say thank you. And I am determined to keep going on this path that opens up if I walk it. And I remember we are one. You know, you might slip, you might slide, stumble and fall by the roadside, but don't you let nobody drag your spirit down. Remember, we are making our own heaven. We won't let nobody turn us around. Walk with the rich, walk with the poor. Learn from everyone, that is what this life is for. Don't you let nobody drag your spirit down. Remember, we make our own heaven. Don't let nobody turn you around. Some say yes, some say no. Some people wait and see which way the wind is gonna blow. Oh, but don't let nobody drag your spirit down. We're making our own heaven. Don't let nobody turn you around. Listen, I might say things that sound strange to you. I might preach the gospel. I believe it's true, and I can't let nobody drag my spirit down. I believe I am making my own heaven. Oh, and I won't let nobody or nothing turn me around. How about you? You know you might slip, you might slide, stumble and fall by the roadside, but don't you ever let nobody drag your spirit down. Don't let nobody drag your spirit down. Remember, you're making your own heaven, and don't let nobody. We're making our own heaven. Can't let nobody. Making our own heaven. Don't let nobody turn you around. Nobody. Oh yeah.
Wow. Wow. Woo. Can you come back again sometime? Okay. I think she's a sure thing. Okay, wow, all right. Well, thank you, Kelley, so much for that wonderful message and the wonderful music. So now's our time of thanks. So I invite you to join me as we hold our gifts to this community in our hands and love in our hearts. So let's affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. And as the love offering is being collected, let's sing together with Kelley, I trust in God.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I surrender, I surrender. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I surrender, I surrender. I trust in God. I am healing, I am healing. I am one with the Spirit all around me. I am healing, I am healing. I trust in God. I am thankful, how grateful. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I am thankful, so grateful. I trust in God.
And here's our prayer of gratitude. Please listen. We are grateful as we bless the flow of good that supports our unity community. We stand in the knowing that the flow of good goes forth, returning again and again. And so it is. Amen. And now for our opportunities. And we acknowledge that these have gotten a bit long. We understand. It's one of the great problems we have is we have a lot going on, a lot of fun things to do, and a lot of wonderful experiences to have together. So please bear with us. We're working on getting them to just stream as the service, before the service is starting. Okay, so, and watch our Facebook page, watch the website, look around, get on our email list. So every Monday you can get all the announcements and things. So I'll just go through what's coming up in the next 10 days or so. Which is many things. But anyway, so first we want to welcome our guests today. We're so glad that you joined us today. And if you'd like more information about Unity in general or Unity of Lawrence, there are welcome packets out on the table in the foyer. We're happy you're here. Today, the Sunday Lunch Bunch is going to meet at Aladdin Cafe following the service. This is a fellowship time, and everyone's welcome, of course. Join us next Sunday when Bethany Shipley will be here and brings us the message, The Ministry of Being Yourself, and Artis Ramberg will provide special music. Choir practice starts tomorrow night. It'll be Mondays for the next few Monday nights from 7 to 8. And we're going to perform at an October 19th service, I believe, but also at an October 7th Unity Village event, which is an open house that involves Ricky Byers and Martha Creek as well. You don't have to be in choir to go to that event, obviously, but if you're in the choir and you want to also sing there, that's part of it. Tuesday night this week is Living in the Flow of Abundance. It's our prosperity class that's starting, and it'll be 6 to 8 on Tuesdays for the next 7 weeks. And Rev Anna Schaus is teaching this class. So if you're looking for more joy, more health, more abundance, more anything, please come to this class. We'll be studying Charles Fillmore's book called Prosperity. Charles Fillmore is a co-founder of the Unity movement. And then the profound power of collective sound immersion will be provided by Society for Sacred Listening, a group of practitioners that includes our music director, Holly Taylor. And this is it's going to be this next Saturday from 6 to 8 here. And save the date, 2 weeks from today is October 5th, and our guest musician, Jeremy Facknitz, is from Colorado Springs. You may remember him, he's been here before. So he'll be the musician here, but he's also going to do a home concert at Cheryl Miller's house at 3 o'clock that afternoon. So that's something extra special to get excited about. So, and also happening this week is open meditation at 6:30 on Tuesday night, and then the men's group, which includes non-binary people, will meet Thursday night at 7. And just so you know, the women's circle will start again on Thursday, October 2nd at 5:30. So, whew, thanks for listening, and we'll see if we can get that streamlined a little better for you. So now let's sing the peace song.